Alana Gracia, number 13. Number 17, Ariana Miranda. Number 18, Jen Hackett. Number 21, Federica Frew. Number 25, Florina Ravundra. Number 31, Jacinda McCartney. Protecting number 0, Michaela DeManch. The teams actually have switched sides. A little trickeration from Coach Issa. It's AIC that's going right to left. They had all set up on one and then switched. AIC right to left. Southern Connecticut left to right. Jersey colors are still the same. AIC will begin with possession. The wind in their faces and the sun as well. And we are underway from Abdow Field as the Yellow Jackets chip it into the attacking third quickly. Looking for Hackett. Here's a ball forward, but it's out of play from McCartney. Looking to get Hackett to run onto that, but she headed it a little too strongly. Into the wind again, but it's not exactly a high velocity wind, maybe 6-7 miles an hour tops. Quick low kick, with a line drive ball from Allen in net. She's wearing purple. DeManch in gray as the Yellow Jackets. Miranda tries to go up the sideline and loses it out of play. Thrown in. Goes off McCartney. Well, they'll say it didn't touch her. I don't know how it didn't. Certainly looked like it did. Yellow Jackets will get possession. Ravundra gathering the ball at the back. Goes across to Medeiros. The two center backs, Miranda and Gracia, playing outside back right now. Fetty touches this one toward Gracia, but was behind her and gets out of play. Gracia was expecting that ball to be more forward than it was. Owls turn it over. Into the middle here, Senko. Soft toss on to Hackett. Hackett corralling the ball. Tries to filter it through. Turned over. Nearly taken back, and now it is. Touched back along to Hackett from Miranda. The Ludlow native touches this ball on to McCartney. McCartney into some trouble. It's back to Hackett. Jackets have gotten some bounces in this early stage. But now the Owls get to it. They'll clear. It's intercepted there by Sanko, the lanky Finnish native. Pushes the ball through a couple defenders and off another out of play. Redshirt freshman, 6 feet tall, out of Helsinki. Speaks 3 languages fluently, English, Finnish, and Swedish. Jackets, here's a hard cross. That hits a body in front. Now deflected forward by Rachel Brown, the all-conference midfielder a year ago. Second team. And honestly, I think if the Yellow Jackets as a whole had had a better record, she would have been a first-team all-conference midfielder. Arguably the most underrated player in the conference, certainly on this team. I don't think she gets nearly the love that she deserves for just her ability at both ends of the field as the Owls head this out of play. And a testament to her as far as tough of a season as the Yellow Jackets had last year, only winning 5 games, and she still got second conference accolades as center back. And tough shoes to fill, replacing Jessica Margareta, the 3-time all-region selection, as this ball is chipped well wide. We're about 3 minutes gone. Nothing in the realm of grade A scoring chances. In fact, not even so much as a shot on goal yet. Feeling out as usual in the first few minutes. When you only play a team once a year, you have to learn what they do. It's only so much you can learn from film. Nothing replaces playing the game. Owls in possession, and they will punt one forward. Ravundra got in the way of that, deflects it out of play just over midfield. Owls will have the throw in. Certainly going to try to use the wind to their advantage here in this first half as Medeiros chips this out of play. It'll one-hop into the stands. Don't worry, we've got backups as this one's punted toward the box, blocked down by Medeiros, and then cleared up to at least the 30. Deflects through everything and everyone all the way back to Michaela DeManch. Two-sport athlete here at AIC. DeManch is not only the starting goalkeeper for women's soccer, as this goes out of play at the midfield line, but also starting center mid for women's lacrosse. The team's third leading scorer last season, had 25 goals. Also playing both sides of the ball as we get a foul on the Yellow Jackets. Bit of a trip on the far side. And the Owls will get a free kick. This is somewhat dangerous territory. It's fairly far back, but with the wind picking up a little bit and the ball on this side is easy to chip one for a header. Don't think this will end up on target, though, as Senko blocks it down. Nifty little self-pass by Frew, but she can't corral it. The Owls pick back up. They'll chip another one on left side, and well done into the box. This could be trouble. Here's a cross in front. They score. Is that Volin at the front of the net? It looked like either a 5 or a 6, and they don't have a 6, so I believe that is Joanna Volin who finished. And the Owls have a 1-0 lead at 5:12. Certainly well done on the re-entry pass. Quick chip up the left side, crossed in, past the defenders and deflected home. Clinical from the Owl offense, and this is why they're 6-3 and 5-1 in the NE10. And I'll tell you what, winning 15 of a possible 18 points in a stretch of 6 games in the Northeast 10 is not easy to do. Even the quote-unquote bad teams are good teams in this conference. It is the best Division II conference for soccer in the country. All apologies to the GLIAC. The bottom of the table in the NE10 usually still wins half at least of their non-conference games, which tells you everything you need to know. And your top-tier teams do even more. As this is deflected, has to be gathered in by Allen. A dangerous throw, and it just missed the Yellow Jackets players in front. The Owls sort of mishandled it as well, but Allen was cognizant and ready and made the play. They'll drop it back to her. Can't pick this up on a direct pass from a teammate, but no need to. They'll triangulate here. This is dangerous. Hackett now putting some pressure on. The Owls able to break the press. They'll go up the sideline. Miranda blocks that out of play to slow things down. So AIC. Looking around they go and finally thrown in. Ravundra and Miranda trying to tie the ball up. Brown getting in the way of it as well. Loose, and finally Miranda gets it to Ravundra. A triple team winning that 3-on-2 battle, and now Paige Medeiros dribbling for a moment, and now will sling up the right side. Well done on. And Miranda gets taken down from behind. Here's a shot by Frew. And a save. Frew wanted a call. Looks at the referee after getting her shot off. Not really the best quality scoring chance there. Frew kicked it right at the keeper. Had some back pressure. Southern Connecticut did well to get back, although, again, you had McCartney getting taken down, that they let it go. And I think partly they let it go because the Yellow Jackets kept possession. And play on. You don't want to take away a scoring chance by blowing your whistle if there's a foul on the defending team. Free kick here from midfield, basically. Drilled into the attacking third. Headed along. Who got that? They'll say AIC. It's a corner. Rightly so. So the Owls a chance to double their lead less than 10 minutes into this one. Here comes the cross. Good one into the box. Headed and caught by Demanche. It was going wide, but Demanche decided to get that ball down herself so that she could play it from the 18, and she plays it to 18. Hackett, who then turns over, only to give it right back to the Owls, and now Senko's got some room to run. Senko past Hackett to Frew on the left side. Fetty sends a ball to the middle, trying to redirect across is McCartney, but that is taken away by the Owls, who did a good job getting back there. 4 back line have done very well playing. Fairly straight up are the Owls. They have not started to pack it in as they get this ball forward. Laid into space. Switching now right side is Vollen. She'll fire a shot. That did get blocked. Jackets kick it out off the back line. That ball looked like it was going to get to Demanch, and I think she should have called Ravundra off on that one. Could have just scooped it rather than concede the corner there. 10 minutes in, and a 1-0 Owls lead. So Paula Nunez-Escobar will take this corner from the near side right. High cross headed into the air. Body down, whistle. It's a handball on the Owls and a free kick for the Yellow Jackets right about at the 18. So Paige Medeiros will take this in. It's at the 17.5-yard line. So the Jackets escape again. They've done well getting the ball down the field a couple of times, just have not been able to generate a grade A opportunity out of it the way the Owls did. And the Owls, of course, cashed in on theirs as well. Filtered forward by Miranda, but right to the Owls' defense. That's Hilkert. She'll drop back to Allen. Nadine Hilkert and Joanna Vallen, both out of Baden-Württemberg, Germany. Little historical fact for you. The city of Wittenberg, probably most well known. That's where Martin Luther nailed the 95 Theses to the door of the cathedral, sparking the Reformation. I use that history degree I got from here at some point, right? Here's a good cross into a dangerous space. The two number 13s colliding. That's Burr for the Owls and Gracia for the Yellow Jackets, and Burr wins that battle as Gracia has to put it out of play. So the Owls quickly transitioning from defense to offense very well today. The little stutter step around McCartney. Here's a ball into the box, but Medeiros had other ideas. Senko, long ball, headed away. Gets just past England, and the Owls miss it out of play. Yellow Jackets catch another break. Can they get the ball up the field now? England touches one along. It's McCartney, kicks it off, an Owl out. Right about midfield, be the throw in. Now deflected down by Southern Connecticut, stolen back, but we have a foul, a little bit of a jersey grab. Miranda does not look too, or excuse me, that's Hackett, does not look too thrilled with that call. It's hard to see from over here. The official is much closer, and I am more than willing to give these guys the benefit of the doubt as Demanch plays this one away from Vollen, who is looking for another. Good line drive kick by Demanch, and the Yellow Jackets can't corral it as the Owls knock it down. Quick up through the defense. That is Caitlin D'Amico. Across, deflected, gets through, shot, score! Miscue by Brown there on that ball, and Michaela McGee was able to finish into the upper left. And it's 2-0, just shy of 13 minutes gone. The Yellow Jackets are going to need to make some adjustments here.
Number 20, right? Woo!
Coach Issa had the whole team over there, and, well, needless to say, he is not happy with that one. Not insurmountable, obviously, and there's still 77 minutes to be played in this thing. If you're going to be down 2, you might as well just get it out of the way, right? But for the Yellow Jackets, there's got to be a higher sense of urgency than there is. The Owls have taken advantage of all the mistakes. The first goal was a thing of beauty. The second one, if Brown gets that ball, it's still 1-0. And she missed it, and nobody marked up McGee in front. Knocked out of play. They're going to give to the Owls here on a deep corner throw-in in their own territory. Owls getting to the ball, but now taken away for the moment. Joe Englund touches it into space to Brown. Faked going forward, drops it back to Medeiros. Paige Medeiros to Florina Ravundra. Flo fakes away, spins back to Paige. Has a lot of time and space in the middle of the field. Is going to take some of it. We'll see where she places this ball. It's a chip shot along. It's intercepted, deflected out of play. Eventually, just over midfield.
I didn't see anything.
Jackets into the box, and Allen able to get to it as it bounces to her just over the line in front of Hackett. Headed down. And then a foul. A free kick just at midfield here. Medeiros into the box, headed away by the Owls. Gracia chugging onto it. Can't corral it. Apologies for that, folks. A few technical difficulties. Now knocked down, and Allen will get to it. Goal kick here for Demanch and the Yellow Jackets. And Medeiros will take this. McCartney fires it along, eventually to Anglin. Body down, Owls steal. And forward is blocked down as well.
There you go. There you go.
Owls forward. Taking all of the space. This ball on, touched into the corner a little too far. They were able to re-corral it, forced off a defender, and toward Demanch, who makes the catch. Still another very well executed play by the Owls, who are pressing their advantage rather than sitting on a 2-goal lead. This is a very aggressive team. Adam Cohen, the head coach, has been at Southern Connecticut for a very long time, more than a decade and a half, and has always been one of the best coaches in the conference. As the Yellow Jackets will make a substitution here. Caroline Porter's going to come in. She'll take McCartney off. He's got this team tuned up as good as I've seen it in a very long time. If this first 20 minutes is any indication, and their record as well. As the Owls will also make a substitution here. Megan Kelly out of East Brookfield, Massachusetts, about 40 minutes from here. Toward the Palmer and Ware area, and just keep on going. Marissa Griselle will come off. There's a collision. They're going to call it on Anglin. The Owl player is down. Not. I'm going to stop the clock here with 24:18 to go and get the trainer on. So Jay will come out to check. Player in question that's coming off is Greta Brunello, the back. Coach Issa still imploring his team to give more. On the restart, Owls possess here. Still keeping 3 forwards up, 3 midfielders, 4 defenders, your classic 4-3-3. Aic putting some pressure on, forcing the drop back to the keeper, Allen. She'll filter forward. Brunello seems to be okay. She's still out there. Barely just shaken up from the collision. It was a pretty solid collision, too, between her and England. She had the worst of it, but they're both okay, which is the preferable outcome when something like that happens. Drop back to Ravundra. Filtered over to the left sideline. And that's Miranda taking it up. Miranda, they're giving her all the space in the world. She's going to use it. Slings along to Fru. Back to Miranda, but it's deflected away. Ravundra will get to it back in the midfield. To an open Rachel Brown. To an even more open Paige Medeiros. Paige fires one on. Headed away. Fru can't quite find it. Let the Owls turn it over. Miranda again. Slides it along. Just got out of play, says the side judge. As Fru didn't quite keep that ball in. Good movement by the Yellow Jackets going back to go forward. They got a little help from the Owls mishitting that ball that they intercepted, but Southern Connecticut nevertheless able to prevent any sort of scoring chance. Owls turn it over. Ballin not happy with that call, but it was the side judge who made it. Ballin ends up getting the ball back, heads it over the top of Miranda, and the Owls volley it along. Medeiros bodies that down, forced it out of play, though, as Megan Kelly came up on her. Now the Owls with it. Ball through. Medeiros blocks that down and clears. Here's Hackett. Hackett getting shoved in the back. They're going to make the call. Free kick will be just behind midfield. Medeiros, low line drive style kick gets into a pile of bodies. The Owls end up coming out with it. Sanko knocks that down, but it goes right to another Owl who will clear. Medeiros will have what amounts to another free kick here if she hurries. She slows it down instead and gives it back to Ravundra. Ball forward. Sliding into that is Hackett. Well done. Able to get it to bounce toward England. The Owls converge. Miranda bombs it forward now. Hackett to Fru. Fetty. Across to an open Rachel Brown, who takes it away from the onrushing Owl forward. Jackets to Fru up the sideline. The flag is up. This play is offside. 20 minutes to play here in the first half. Owls 2, Yellow Jackets 0. Southern mishits the ball. It goes out of play. AIC will make some substitutions here. Joanna Nilsson, the redshirt junior co-captain of the team, comes in, takes off Brown. And redshirt freshman forward Josephine Stendahl will come in. She'll replace Jenny Hackett. So the Yellow Jacket offense puts the two other Swedes onto the field. Nilsson out of Ulricehamn and Stendahl out of Bollebygd. Into the box. Whistle and a foul on AIC. They're going to call Nilsson on that one. Issa doesn't seem too happy with it. He's trying to talk to the official. Literally just asked by Issa, where was it? And then turns to the side judge and goes, this ref is really struggling. Oh, Coach Issa. You get a soccer game and you sometimes will get a little comedy show out of the big man. Yellow Jackets with it. Miranda drops it back to Medeiros. Medeiros carries. Filters it to the sideline. Up the sideline, held in. Owls take it away. Forced back. And up. And intercepted now by Englund. Joe Englund on to Senko. Senko to a wide open Miranda. Miranda with speed up to Frew. Frew on the sideline. Frew takes it. Through one. Frew touches it back. Here's Senko into the box. The Yellow Jackets trying to keep possession here. They do, at least for the moment. Now it is taken away. One too many passes. But then the Owls turn it over. Touched along. Into the box. Frew. Turning. Lost possession again. Well defended, but forced out of play by the Owls. Southern Connecticut bending but not breaking, at least yet. Oh, yeah, I see getting some deep territory pressure for the first time this game. Miranda's throw-in is good as a corner. Body down. Oh, this is going to get off the sideline, and it is, or the back line, excuse me, and it is going to be a corner. Who's going to take it? It's going to be Frew. Yellow Jackets moving almost everybody up. Medeiros and Ravundra the only two back. And Medeiros even is at the 30. A little surprised England's not taking this corner, that they're having Frew do it. And they both do, but a line into the box and knocked down. And the Yellow Jackets have scored. I didn't even see it go in, but it did sneak through. So it's 2-1, 16:21 to go. We're going to restart play here. I don't even know who put that ball in or if the Owls were the ones who put it in. It went apparently just across the goal line. What?
She punched it up. It was good.
Oh, wow. Well, there you go. So the goal, when Allen played the ball, she accidentally deflected it just over the goal line, and then it hopped off the inside of the bar and out. And I'm not entirely sure who they're going to credit that one to. I don't think you can safely actually call that an own goal on the keeper. So somebody's going to get that. It might just be Frew. I don't know that the Yellow Jackets ever actually touched it, other than Frew's cross in, as this is dumped to Demanch. going to find out for you as soon as we can. It is on the live stats. We'll pull those up. So 2-1, as we've not even reached the half-hour mark. And the Jackets bombing this one on. This could be on. It's just over Stendal, though. Yellow Jackets getting it back. Porter across off the back line.
That was a good point.
So Frew is credited with the goal. Will be her third of the year. Takes the team lead on her own. Was tied with Stendal and Sanko, who both had 2. Wow. Frew with it again. Across. Deflected out of danger. Ravundra getting onto the ball. The Owls hesitant a little bit on that play, and I'm sure Adam Cohen's not going to be happy with that. Although sort of just resting up against the fence watching this at the moment. Coach Cohen is not nearly as animated as Coach Aic-Scsu. Much more calm demeanor. In the years that I've known him, has always been that way. As this ball is into the box, it is onside. And Frew able to keep possession of it as a result. Well, now the flag comes down. A little surprised that it's that deep in the territory of the Owls that they finally made the call, rather than from where the offside was, which was way further back. But here's the free kick. And it will eventually get out of play just in front of the Owl bench. If you want to go into the Wayback Machine as part of this rivalry, we had a whistle and a foul on the Owls. A little bit of a shove, not much of one, but enough to draw the ire of the head official who blew it down. I'm going to say, if you want to go back to the Wayback Machine, Adam Cohen was the club coach of Sammy Tabak, AIC's all-time wins and shutouts leader in goal for women's soccer. As this is headed toward target, and up into the air, it's saved by Allen. Tabak was a 2014 graduate, was the starting goalkeeper as a junior on AIC's 2013 national semifinalist squad that won its first ever East Regional, a 2-0 win at St. Rose. Tabak, one of the captains of that team. And her choice, a native of North Haven, her choice had been either Southern Connecticut to continue to play with Coach Cohen or to come here to AIC. She chose the Yellow Jackets, a fact for which we are all eternally grateful. In my humble opinion, having seen quite a bit of it, the best keeper this team has ever had, and we've had some good ones. Kara Potts comes to mind. Demanch has been very good for the last couple of years for the Yellow Jackets. Substitution time. Joe Englund coming off, and Coach Aic-Scsu is not happy with her. Now Stephanie Gordon is having a chat with her as well, as they're going to whistle and a foul on AIC. Taylor Koo came in for the Yellow Jackets. 11 minutes left in the half. Owl lead is 2-1. AIC has the most recent goal on the corner. Yellow Jackets have made another substitution as well, as Emily Gaffel has come in, playing center mid. And a trip on the Owls will give AIC a free kick. Bombed forward and then headed down. Owls have to drop back to their keeper. Abby Allen with the ball. That's forward. A couple of Owls collide, and Medeiros is able to knock it along. Just out of the reach of Stendhal. Putting pressure on. Owls are able to touch it forward. Nifty pass there, and D'Amico is onto it. D'Amico, open look up the left wing. Burr turns, fires, just high. Not a bad bit, all told. You can see how good the Southern Connecticut offense truly is. Plays like that, even though it just missed the net. A bevy of substitutions now coming in. Rosella Granero, Sydney Lee, and Courtney Costello come on. Kaylin D'Amico, Jonna Volin, and Kelsey Burr to the bench for Coach Cohen. Jackets, Florina Ravundra's got the ball. She'll lay it off. Miranda has to back up to get to it. Still has a lot of time. Miranda forward to Koo. Taylor Koo. Taken away, but right to Miranda. Has space. Will use it. Sanko touches to Koo. Ball forward. Headed along. Stendhal held up a little bit. Not enough for it to be a foul. Taken away by Sanko now. Spins past a couple defenders. Anina Sanko. Ball into the box. But blocked down by an Owl. Comes to Nilsson. Miranda now. Fires forward is Koo. Koo across. The flag is up. It is offside. Yellow Jackets have gone off, I believe, now 4 times in the first half. Got to be that sense of urgency, but you have to be patient as well. There's a difference between urgency and panic. Hard head down by Ravundra right to Sanko, who plays the ball expertly to her own feet. Now a chip along, looking for Koo, but that's deflected away. Owls then miss on the pass, and it will go back to Miranda, who is going to just defend it all the way until it goes out of play. Well done by Miranda against Costello, the freshman on the sophomore. Thrown in. Sanko, triple teamed. Wins the battle, able to force it out of play. Off of an Owl. Thrown in. Porter. Gets run down from behind on that ball. And there's got to be somebody telling her that someone's coming from behind on it. No communication there for the Yellow Jackets, and the Owls taking advantage again of a mistake. And good teams will take advantage of those mistakes, as Gracia has to put it out of play. 2 years ago, an all-rookie back. Another player I don't think gets quite the credit that she deserves. A very solid two-way player for AIC. Easy to be a outside back. You really have to be able to play all 118 yards of the field. Sanko around McGee. Now a forward ball for Porter. Well, the rookie out of Hopedale, Mass, goes across. It's blocked down. Owls will touch it forward to get it clear. Porter had tangled with another Southern player who is slow to get up. That's the player who just come in from Dedham, Massachusetts, Costello. Sanko running past an Owl to steal the ball. Sanko Owls can't keep it in as Costello getting back. Angled it, unfortunately for her, out of play. .5:43 to go in the half. Plenty of time for more goal scoring to occur as this is booted out of play. Throw in for AIC. In front of the Owl bench. Senko bodying up, gives to Ravundra. Florina Ravundra to Paige Medeiros. Paige is on it. Puts a charge into this ball, but it's right to an Owl who heads it down. Knocked into the air. Getting bumped into a little bit, but not enough to get a foul out of it is Gefell. Still in the air. Ravundra finally knocks it down, chips it along. This is on. And getting through is Porter. Porter's in the box. She'll cross. Oh, deflected, but the wrong way by Koo, who was there on the ball, but could not put it forward. Now the Owls want a counterattack. Touched along. They're on that left side. They have been very good on the counter today. Deep ball into the corner. Looking for Granero out of Wappingers Falls, New York. Wappingers Falls just on the other side of the I-84 Newburgh Beacon Bridge. About half hour north of West Point. There you go. We've had a history lesson. Now we've got geography for you. Stay tuned because we're going to have some differential equations later. Fired along by the Yellow Jackets off of the kick of Medeiros. And the Yellow Jacket offense trying to execute a steal. Very nearly able to do so is Koo, but the Owls did have some numbers back and were able to keep the ball. Under 4 to play in what has turned into an exciting game. The Owls jumped on the Yellow Jackets for 2 early in the first 13 minutes. AIC got one back on a corner by Frew and are now looking for the equalizer. Have played much better since giving up that second goal. The Owls have still played very well. 2 rivals and 2 of the better teams in the Northeast 10 Conference. As I mentioned earlier, it's already the best conference in college soccer at the Division II level, and so when you have top teams from this league going at it, it is usually a very tough game. That's a foul. Granero shoving down Gefell, and that time the referee blew the whistle. You can generally put your arm up against an opponent's body, but it's when you push off that they're going to blow it down, and that was the difference there. This ref has allowed the contact, but there are limits. Headed toward target, but Senko couldn't quite get to it, and it is covered by Allen. .245 still on the clock, and then of course we'll have another 45 minutes hereafter. So this is not anything close to over. Yellow Jackets, as I said, need to play with desperation, but not with panic. Stendhal. Oh, ball well done by Lamb. Kelly Lamb, now a good cross pass. Owls threatening here. Lamb with it back again, this time to the near side. This could be trouble. Turned toward, but right at Demanch, who is able to scoop. 2 minutes and counting down here at Abdel Field as the wind continues to pick up on this lovely fall afternoon in Springfield, Massachusetts. Headed along right to the Owl defense. Again, that extension there from Gracia, and they will make the call. As I said, you can put your hands on your opponent, but you can't push off the way Gracia just did. And if it's going to be called against the Owls, it ought to be called against the Yellow Jackets as well, and it has been. This official has been consistent today, as much as it is some of the calls have annoyed Coach Issa. I don't think that he has done a bad job. Yellow Jackets trying to put the ball up the field. Stendhal carrying past one. Lays the ball into space, is able to get it to Nilsson. Koo filters one forward, headed away by the Owls defense. Well read by Hilkert. And the Owls take it away, at least for the moment. Now turned over, though, right onto Koo's foot. Koo a ball, and Hilkert heads it, but it gets behind her. There's a shove by Porter with the shoulder. I know everyone's excited for hockey season, but the first game's not for another 7 days, so you can't shoulder check anybody yet. That first game will be AIC at Providence College. The first home game on the 16th against the Bentley Falcons, and that'll be the Atlantic Hockey opener for AIC as well down at the Mass Mutual Center. Great seats still available, of course, and season tickets available starting as low as $50. Final 15 seconds. Have to, of course, get the little shout out in for the boys. Picked 5th in the Atlantic Hockey Coaches Poll, the highest we've ever finished in that. Of course, the Coaches Poll and $1.07 will get you a cup of Back at it for our second half of action. The Yellow Jackets and the Owls. It's 2-1 Southern Connecticut as the teams have switched ends of the field. Now the Owls will go right to left as you look at your computer screen. And AIC left to right. Southern starts with possession of the ball. And they will move it up, but it's Ravundra who takes it. Medeiros across. Kept in by Gracia. And finally knocked out of play. Floated along. Gracia heads it. Owls in control here of the ball. Needed to make some adjustments at the half despite being up a goal. The Yellow Jackets sort of turned things around in the latter stages of that first period. Of play. Southern Connecticut getting the ball into the box, and it's cleared out by the defense just as quickly. Brown, good body contact, and again, that's what I mean, the bump but not pushing off, and it's just enough to knock the Owls player off the ball so that AIC can get possession. Hackett, Brown, and now across to Miranda. Miranda's pass in front too far of Nilsson. AIC is able to regather at the defense. On the ball forward, but taken away by the Owls. Pressure put on by Frew and Gracia, but not able to get it away. Now knocked down. Medeiros will flick it. Owls body that down, but it's Sanko. Touches it back to Gracia. Then to Medeiros. Too far in front for Gracia, who sort of set a pick there, now turned over. Owls with it. D'Amico's pass misses the mark. Ravundra steals the ball. Trouble controlling it, but she's able to, and drop back to Brown, who lays it off now for Miranda. Jackets looking to make a run here. On the far side, it is McCartney. Jackets back to their defense. Ravundra having to lay it back to Medeiros, the center back. Paige has a lot of room, and she's going to take it. Now she'll step into one. Bodied down by the Owls to their control. Taken away, though, by Frew. Fetty through one. Past another. Into space, too far in front of Hackett, though, and the Yellow Jackets cannot get it. Owl ball on a throw-in. Just past their own bench in their own territory. Tossed in, knocked down, and right to Sanko, who takes it. Anina to Ravundra now. Forward to Joe Nilsson. Scored her first goal in her first game back. 1 year to the day after a devastating knee injury. Still has the brace on when she plays, as this is knocked out of play by Gracia. Couldn't corral it. First game of the year, 5 minutes in against Bridgeport. Suffered a knee injury that initially the Yellow Jackets didn't think she'd ever play again, and less than 365 days later was cleared, and exactly 365 days later put a ball in the back of the net at this level. So that tells you just the level of work that she put in to just be able to play and play well, as this ball would have been offside. Frew let it go, and it gets to the keeper, Allen. Abigail Allen made 4 saves in that first half on 5 shots. They did credit Frew with the goal. As the ball is in the middle, headed along, Miranda able to get to it, drops it back to Ravundra. Serena Ravundra tries to filter forward. It's off an owl, but out. Now chipped along, Fru being held, and they will make the call. You can see her right arm being pulled back. And she turns to the referee. Now the ref had already put the whistle up to his mouth. So a free kick from dangerous territory. Fru will take this about 32 yards out along the left sideline. Wind blowing at the Southern Connecticut net in the second half. Fru's good on these crosses, although she could aim for the target here. Does chip along, but it is caught by Allen. Sanko had broken in. Could not get to that ball in front of Allen. Allen will clear. Allen's kick off the sideline. Hackett will have the throw in. And now she'll let Gracia take it. Hackett back to Gracia. Gracia's chip forward is intercepted. Owls chip it right back and right to Gracia. Fru just got beat down from behind on that ball, but Brown steals. Really excellent play by Rachel Brown. Now across to Nilsson. Nilsson filters it on. Can't find Fru, though, as that pass is intercepted. Medeiros, that's a hold and a half, but the Owls keep the ball. Forget one hand grabbing. That time, Paige Medeiros had both arms wrapped around the Owl player. But no call, strictly because Southern Connecticut kept possession. 6 minutes gone here in the second half. Deep territory throw-in on the attacking end for the Owls. Not quite a corner kick, but could be as dangerous. The Owls in possession just outside of the box. Good takeaway as Sanko and Gracia combine. Battle for the ball. Fru just ran the Owl player off. And I believe Fetty's about to get booked here. Yep. Fru will get the caution. Issa's over to talk to the official about it. It was an unnecessary little bit of a trip there, and certainly in dangerous territory right along the sideline, so not surprised that the card came out there. Owls chip in. DeManch will catch. Medeiros. Long ball up the near side. Gracia into the air. Sanko knees it down to herself and then pitches it over to Nilsson, who touches a good ball forward. McCartney in some trouble, able to drop back, but it is intercepted. Didn't put it. Fired along. Brown heads that down. Sanko winning the battle, gets it to Brown, but Brown couldn't quite corral it. Brown got taken down. No foul. And the Owls move up the right wing. Onto the attack they come, and it is Lamb looking into the box, has it taken away from her. The Owls keep possession. And Southern looking to get back to this one. Fru knocks it away. Owls chip it deep in AIC territory, and DeManch will catch it up to the 18. Frew trying to chase onto this one. Will get all the way to the other 18, and Allen will get to it. Ball forward here for the Owls. Trying to get around Medeiros, but Gracia picked that off right to Brown. Brown taking. Sanko, good ball to Hackett. Jenny Hackett across, just deflected away. Sanko onto the rebound. Frew can't control it. I'll chip forward to Medeiros, who then floats it to Ravundra. Ravundra has it taken from her. Drags the Owl player down from behind. And right into Brown, who goes down as well. It's a foul on Ravundra and a free kick for the Owls right at midfield. Owls will like to just slow play it rather than try to punt it downfield. Now they'll flip one on, but easily played for Demanch. About 11 minutes gone into the second half, and scoring chances have been nearly non-existent for both teams. Owls steal, whistle, foul on Hackett. Just grabbed a hold. Sanko had it taken from behind. Again, the Yellow Jackets not communicating with each other. Sanko steals back. Layoff, and again, not very well done. Got to put more on that ball than was. They'll push through. Owls up the sideline. Gracia got the ball, so no foul, but it goes out of play. Really well done by Gracia to get any of that. It does allow the Yellow Jackets to regather their defense. If D'Amico gets that thing cleanly, she's got a pretty close line right to the net. Speaking of D'Amico, headed down by Medeiros, out of play, and it'll be a corner kick as D'Amico was there. Middletown, Connecticut native, doesn't have to go very far to go from home to school. About 20 minutes or 30 minutes, depending on traffic, right down 91. But the Owls could reestablish their two-goal edge. Here it is. Headed away. Owls need to turn it right back into the box there. Going backwards at this point now. It's blocked down. Blocked again. Owls looking for an opening to shoot. That's taken away, but picked right back by the Owls. Still a loose ball, and the Owls chip it in. And it is deflected by Gracia, out of play for another corner. The Owls just keeping the pressure on. Draw another set piece. As we're approaching the 1 hour mark of this game. Southern taking this corner again. I believe that's Grissel, number 14 down there. Here it is, headed away by the defense. They're going to give this one to AIC. They'll say it hit an Owl on the way out. So the Yellow Jackets escape. Ball in the middle for Medeiros. Gives to Gracia on the near sideline, the right wing for the Yellow Jackets. Gracia back over the middle. Now a chip along. That's going to roll and roll and roll off the back line. You like the idea, trying to get that with a run on for Hackett, but with the wind, it was way too far in front. That kick knocked down by the wind, and Hackett able to knock it forward. She will try to run to it, but will not be able to get to it before it gets out of play. That's the trouble Southern Connecticut is going to have in the second half. The wind is in their faces, so sometimes it may be in AIC's best interest to just fire it down the field off the back line. Force a goal kick from Allen that might be difficult to execute well. Owls. Ravundra stole it away, though. Flipped forward. Deflected up. The Yellow Jackets still have it. Here's a ball looking for McCartney. Trouble here. Yellow Jackets can't get to it. Will be dropped back to the defense. Miranda. Now to Ravundra at midfield. Along again for Miranda. A lot of room on that left side. They'll let her have it. She'll take it. Up the sideline. Nicely taken forward by Nilsson. This is a problem for the Owls. But the pass to Frew is blocked. Looking for Brown. Touches it along and it is cleared. Ravundra can't get to it. Medeiros has to come back over on her side of the 50. At midfield. The Yellow Jackets probing on the offensive end, though. That's the deepest they've had the ball with possession for a while. Frew. And Frew draws the foul. Just a bit of a grab by Grisel. Probably the least amount of contact we've seen in a foul this afternoon, but got just enough of the jersey to get the whistle. Jackets getting set to send Emily Gaffel back into this. We'll see if if Frew or if Gracia takes us. Now Gracia walking away as Frew chips toward, headed straight up and now out by the Owls. A bid by Alana Gracia goes through the uprights, but that's the wrong kind of football. You don't get 3 points for that in this one. .27:40 remaining in regulation. It's over Brown's head, but Brown knocks it down, and with the help of Sanko is able to get it to Hackett. Now a ball forward for Frew. It's too far over her head, and will roll off the back line. The Yellow Jackets concede another goal kick. Again, as I said, though, this may not be too much of a disadvantage with Allen kicking into the wind. Allen out of Orange, Connecticut to Amity High School. And another kick that you can see it sort of hit that wall of wind and just slow down in the air. A lot of contact as this ball is up in the air and now flicked along. Medeiros was back. Medeiros to Gracia. Can't connect. And a foul on Medeiros as she shoves down an Owl D'Amico. Nisa, again, not happy with the call, complaining to the side judge as if he was the one who made it.
Come on, buddy.
Here's the free kick, and it's right to Demanch. A little too easy for AIC's keeper there from the junior. Drills this one well over midfield. She's got Frew. Frew deflects it, and it's going to be right to Allen. 200 yards the easy way, I guess, but Allen will pick this up as Frew steps in and gets in her face. Frew waiting. Allen scorched that one. 10 yards over midfield despite the wind. The Yellow Jackets chip it back. McCartney drops it for Fell. Lays it along further for Miranda. Jackets getting set to send Koo and Porter back in. Another good ball, and it gets through. Gaffel chasing onto it. Is going to be able to get to it before it crosses that back line. So some danger now for the Owl defense. Around one, chipped toward, but too far and not quite angled right for Hackett either. The Yellow Jackets will make some substitutions. Gracia coming to the bench. Although it looks like she's just getting some water. They'll take Hackett and Frew off. I was about to be very surprised that Alana Gracia was coming out of this game. Especially a 1-goal deficit, one of the best offensive outside backs in the NE10. And I say that without any intent to indicate that she's a slouch defensively, because she's not. She's very good. All 118 yards of the field. Knocked out a play off of an Owl. Medeiros hammers this up the field. Koo chasing. Will try to keep it in. Cannot. By the way, in case you're curious, down I-90 in Boston, the New York Yankees have taken a 4-1 lead on the Red Sox. New York searching for their 100th win of the season. The Red Sox, of course, have clinched the best record in baseball, but if the Yankees sweep, they would have won the season series 10-9. They need to hold on to win today and then win again tomorrow in the regular season finale. New York will play Oakland in the wild card game. The winner goes to Fenway to play the Red Sox in the LDS. So even though this doesn't matter record-wise, that Red Sox don't want to go into the postseason having just been swept at home by New York. I wouldn't mind seeing it as a Yankees fan, but, you know. Meanwhile, back here at Abdow, not a lot going on in this one. The ball is in the midfield. The Owls trying to get control of it, and they do, away from Ravundra. Brown deflects it out of play to slow everything down. Southern chips this ball in. Gracia heads it away. Owls in the air. Now Senko along. Gaffel, a long ball. This could be trouble, but it's going to be too far in front of Koo. The wind this time hurts the Yellow Jackets, as Koo was not able to get to that ball before Allen did at the top of her 18. That ball misses everybody. And into the corner, Ravundra will chip along. Stendal getting set to come back in. Owls now into the box. Oh! Getting knocked down, but before D'Amico was taken down, the ball hit her arm, and they call the handball. There's a tense moment when you see an attacking player go down in the box and the whistle blows and you wonder if a PK is about to be called, but they called the foul against Southern Connecticut. This one on and cleared by Allen as she couldn't wait for it to come into the box and scoop it. Stendal now coming in will replace McCartney. Meanwhile, the Owls will also make a substitution as McGee, the goal scorer, who right now, her goal stands as the winner if the score holds, comes off Ursula Granero into the game as her replacement. Joe Englund will check in soon, as well as the Yellow Jackets set another substitution. Senko can't corral this. Brown misses on the intercept attempt, and the Owls push upfield. Some space here for Southern Connecticut as Burr filters one in. The Owls have the ball. And the flag is up. The pass was just offside. Gracia. Porter did keep that ball in. Gracia chips it along now. It's going to take a funny hop and an unfortunate one for the Owls that allows Porter to chip into the box. Gaffel will play it just ahead of Coup. Deflected off of the Yellow Jacket, off of Stendahl and right to Porter. Funny bounce that you couldn't do if you tried 100 times, but it's just the nature of the game sometimes that it'll do that. Flared along, Miranda knocks it down, Ravundra. Stendahl getting pulled off, and Gaffel not quite able to get back to that ball before the Owls corral it and possess. Now stolen away, Sanko, but she's not going to be able to get to it. It gets out of play. Subs coming on again for both teams. They'll take Brown off for England. And Southern's going to bring in Megan Kelly to replace Caitlin D'Amico. So both teams using their benches today. As we said, not a particularly hot day. Refreshing air temperatures, high 60s, maybe low 70s, a pretty solid breeze. You can kind of hear it as I stick my head and headset out the window. Ooh! Wow, oh, wow. Kelsey Burr just shoved her hand. It looked like she got Porter right in the mouth. Coach Issa is very not happy with that, and Porter's hurt. They're going to stop the clock here with 18:25 to go. Jay, the trainer, is taking a look at the injured Yellow Jackets. Porter got right in the mouth. She'll be okay, but bleeding pretty heavily, and considering what has transpired in this game, a little surprising that Burr did not get shown the yellow, but it is what it is. And now Coach Issa is in danger of getting himself a yellow. He is still yelling at the official. Yellow Jackets will make a substitution. Molly Sarah's going to come in. Here's Medeiros. Cross misses everybody. All of that for nothing. It'll just be a goal kick. I hope that Porter's okay. He's getting looked at by Jay, the trainer, over on the sideline. I don't really know that there's too much he can do for a bloody nose. I thought that that Burr had actually just gotten her hand in Porter's mouth, sort of a la Alex Burrows and Brad Marchand back in the 2011 Stanley Cup Final. But apparently must have been an elbow to the face, because Porter was bleeding pretty heavily. Now Kelly with the ball. Megan Kelly across. Owls with it, looking for a shot. Getting in the way of it is Sanko. Anita Sanko, all ball. Really well done there. The Owl player that she took down in the process is down and slow to get up. Demanch coming out to check on her. And meanwhile, the Yellow Jackets into the box themselves. That's deflected down. And, ooh, Allen bumping into one of her teammates. Loses the ball for the moment. Gets it back. 16:55 to go. Frew getting ready to come back into this one. Gracia decides to take it. England able to filter it to Gaffel, lets it go by her, and then knifes it forward. I was going to say, should have carried that ball, but the Owl player then gave it right to her and allowed Koo to get to it. England tips it to Miranda. Rookie filters it forward. That's headed in the air. Oh, gets past Gracia. It's a miscue the Yellow Jackets can't afford, and now Burr going the other way. Burr, Gracia, and Gracia just grabs a hold of her. And Alana Gracia's going to get yellow card. I don't know why Gracia did that. I don't. Not necessary there. The yellow card on Gracia. Probably, I believe, the first yellow card in Gracia's career. A very unusual from number 13. But I guess when you're the captain, sometimes you have to step up for an injured teammate. That was Burr that she grabbed, and Burr was the one who had elbowed Porter in the face. I'm not sure that that's worth it there. The best revenge is to put the ball in the back of the net rather than yanking someone's jersey or grabbing their arm. That's what I've always said. Koo comes off, Frew back in. Jackets getting ready to bring Jen Hackett onto the field as well, as this goal kick is deflected down to Miranda eventually. Here's Fetty Frew. Here's Sanko, a lot of room. Sanko fakes the drive, takes the drive, just missed the wide right on the post. Well, there's the bid you wanted, and there's the player you probably want taking it, number 8 in white if you're AIC. As skilled a player as the Yellow Jackets have on both sides of the ball, a very dangerous offensive center midfielder. Fast, strong, aggressive, and 6 feet tall to boot. It's a matchup nightmare for just about anybody. And only a freshman. Sydney Lee will come into this game. She'll take Volin off the field. Volin had the first goal 5 minutes in. Yellow Jackets look like they're going to bring Joe Nilsson on, too, at the next opportunity. Have not officially made their substitutions yet, though. Knocked down Stendahl. Stendahl able to somehow keep that ball despite going down over the ball. And 2 defenders on her, and the Yellow Jackets now able to get it to the other side. Here's Frew. A little bit of room to work. Fetty toward cage. Caught. Just ahead once again of the on-rushing Sanko. Allen has had to be active. The Yellow Jackets have gotten the ball into the box, but Allen, other than the goal on the corner, has really done an A-plus job in her net. It's a big part of the reason the Owls still have that 2-1 lead. Chipped forward. Frew's got a lot of room to work with. She's going to chip it along. Headed right to Sanko by an Owl. Sanko flicks it up to herself off of her head, but nobody there to help her out. Medeiros. A bit of a shove there. The Yellow Jackets will make their substitutions. Nilsson And Hackett on Gaffel and Sarah to the bench. So AIC getting a lot of experience onto the field and a lot of speed. Touched back. Anglin. Ravundra. Flicked along. Here's Florina Ravundra. Chips it through. Headed down. The Owls control it. Anglin trying to knock it free. Cannot. Ravundra intercepts that pass, though. Touches it to Anina Sanko. Sanko. Ball to Frew. Frew crosses over to Gracia. Gracia in a little bit of trouble getting double teamed. Has to go back with it. Gracia knocks it down. Whistle and draws the foul. Jersey grab there. That's Burr. In spite of everything, you've got to think the official knows that he does need to keep an eye on 13 in blue. Frew on the free kick with 11 minutes and change to go. Headed toward, but over. It was a good ball on for Frew, but just not the finish that AIC needed. You need to get over that ball a little bit more than they did. It's a goal kick. Adam Cohen is up and calling out some plays to his team, and they're going to make some substitutions as well. Off the field are Grissel and Kelly, and into the game returning are D'Amico and McGee. That ball off of an Owl on the way out. Gracia, the quick throw in. Frew knocks it down, lifts it up into space for herself. Deflected along, might have hit the arm of Frew, but they didn't call it. Now the Owls turn it over across the box. This is a dangerous area for the Owls to be in. Southern is going to chip it up. They'll try to get the ball out, and they will not be able to do so with possession. And away from the play, there's an Owl down. I didn't see it. I was looking at the ball along the sideline, and it's in the middle, and I'm not sure what happened. With just over 10 minutes to go. Can't see the jersey number on the player in blue who's on all fours right now. At the end of the day, you never want to see anybody getting hurt, and I think more than any of what's on the scoreboard or what cards come out against who or anything, you just want to see everybody walk away from this in one piece. That's got to be the ultimate concern, I think, and anybody who's thinking about anything else is thinking about the wrong things. That's McGee who was down. She's okay, and that's something I'm glad to see. The Yellow Jackets have a throw in. It's as good as a corner from where the ball is, deep in Southern Connecticut territory, and they'll have the freshman Miranda take it. Has a good arm. Here it comes. And it's just going to get off the back line as the wind pulled that. McCartney will come into this game. Madeiros coming off, so interesting. The Yellow Jackets bringing an extra forward and taking their starting center back off. So Ravundra is going to be the one back there. AIC shifting some players around. Was onside. Here's a shot, but it is wide. And the Yellow Jackets will have a goal kick. I'll say it till I am bluer in the face than these Owl jerseys. If you do not go to the ball, the other team is going to get it. Can't wait for it, especially not down a goal with 8 minutes left. Go and get it. McCartney trying to do just that. Forces the Owls back. Now Southern will chip into some space in the middle. Looking for the touch along. Gracia gets the ball. Jackets knock it forward, but not to anyone. Again, go get it. Good ball along. But Ravundra is there, able to get to Joe Englund. Englund to Nilsson. Nilsson steps into one to Frew up the right side. Frew away from a defender. Filtered along, but not far up enough to get it to where it was headed. Knocked along. Knocked forward. This could be trouble. The Owls have to put it out of play, and the wind pulls it off the back line. The Yellow Jackets will get the corner. Rachel Brown's coming back in. She'll take Joe England off the field. AIC will set up this corner with 7 minutes to go. Here's the cross. Headed right back out by the Owls, and we'll get another one. Second one, chipped up higher, over everything, running, trying desperately to get to this, but not able to, is Stendhal. Owls will substitute here. Grissel coming in, and Valen will take Lee off the field as well as Granero. Thrown in. Well done by Brown to get it to Senko. Gracia drops it back. All the AIC players except for the goalkeeper Demanch above midfield now. AIC starting to press. Has some openings. Here's Frew a bit, but it's high and wide. The wind carried that ball. It's not necessarily a bad thing to have the wind at your back, but sometimes it makes those crosses really difficult to angle. You've got to take something off of them sometimes, which is not in Fetty Frew's nature to do anything less than 110%, especially when she's putting the ball toward the target, but you have to as a win. You can see it knock that ball down. That was Senko who got to it, but it goes out of play. 5 minutes and change left in regulation time, and the whistle here. Thrown in. Stayed in bounds somehow, and the Yellow Jackets come out with it. Well done. Touched along, but just outside of Hackett's reach. Or 48. Another throw in. Headed along. Stendhal. Senko gets bumped just away from the ball, and again, no pushing off, just a little nudge, and that's what you want to do. You can get away with that, and they won't call it. Ravundra lays this one off, and well done to get that right to Miranda. Miranda taking the space the Owls are going to give her. Frew chips this one along off of McCartney, though, and she can't control it. The Owls will just clear. Ravundra knocks this one down. There are no Yellow Jackets in that part of the field, though, and the Owls will take it as a result. Pass just a little too far along. AIC can't keep it in, though. Substitutions coming on for the Owls. Clock stops on a substitution by the team with the lead under 5 minutes remaining, so now it'll restart. Knocked across the field. The Owls will be the first to it. AIC has 4 forwards in. 3 midfielders and 3 defenders. Ravundra able to knock this to Brown. Brown certainly a very offensive-minded player. Senko definitively. They'll get that ball through. Frew can't corral it. Was held up a little bit as the Owls knock this back to the defense. Miranda's got it. Ariana Miranda. Out of Fetty Frew. Joe Nilsson. To Gracia. A lot of space to work with for number 13 in white. She'll put toward target. Has to be caught by Allen. Again, that wind making things a little difficult for the Yellow Jackets on those plays. Ball just sails. Of course, it doesn't make the saves any easier for Allen, who's got a ball that's coming in at pretty good rate of speed as this is knocked down by the Owls, who keep possession. D'Amico spins away from Gracia. D'Amico thought about shooting that. Still controlling. Yellow Jackets need to get somebody in there. Gracious steals it. Here is a ball forward by Hackett. Now the Owls chip it back. Knocked down by Brown right to her. Jackets pitch along. Frew. Dangerous part of the field, especially for number 21 to have the ball. Lays it back to Brown. Chips, but going wide. 2 minutes to go. Owls with it. Up the sideline, under a minute and a half to go. Kicked out of play. Throw in for the Owls again. All they have to do is hold on to the ball for another 80 seconds. Ravundra knocks this free. Miranda off of the Yellow Jackets and out. Aic with it. They lose it away. Final minute of regulation time. Jackets chip it at the defense. Ravundra. You got to press now if you're Aic. Just push everybody up and at it. Owls chip it out of play. Throw in for Frew. No time to reset. Just go. McCartney. Cleared away. Comes on to Gracia. A chip forward is going to miss everything and everyone. And Southern Connecticut's going to win this game as a result. 2-1, they'll hang on. They'll improve to 7-3, 6-1 in the NE10. The Yellow Jackets will fall to 5-5, 3-4 in the NE10. Tough one for Aic. The first 13 minutes didn't do what they needed to do, and they couldn't come back. They get the one in the first half, but could not find the second as the Owls made the adjustments they needed to take this one. For everybody in our athletic communications department, Seth Dussault, the voice of the Yellow Jackets, like to thank you for spending your afternoon with us. And now I got to pack up and head to Southern Connecticut myself. Again, Aic Field Hockey will be down at Jestow Field at 7 o'clock. So if you're looking for something to do with your evening, head down 91. And until then, for everyone here, good night and good luck.